welcome, friends, as we start to begin our broadcast, NCTV45. And we're going to take this second to get everything up and running. And game's not going to start for another 25 minutes. So pass on to everybody the streaming, and we'll be giving you the broadcast.
They were graduates. They weren't on. They played football. They were.
I don't think they listened to it that way though.
Now, for those of you just joining us along the Facebook network, we are there and live. We're going to put that out to the folks on Twitter. Now, for those of you just joining us along the Facebook network, we are there and live. There we go. As we had to handle a few of the miscues. We're tweeting this out for you currently. And we'll have that for you in a second.
Actually, probably one shell. Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna see the top. I'm good. Appreciate it. Get the name. That was the head coach of the South Fayette Lions, Joe Rossi. And again, his career numbers here at South Fayette, 103 and 17, 129 and 40 as a head coach. But the numbers here, it's just incredible what he has done at South Fayette.
Just sparkling, Rossi in his 10th season. Doing my research on these guys, South Fayette had a pretty decent program for Rossi. They had 7-win seasons. They had an active in the first round of the Whitfield every year. They went 7 years. That was the first time. Then Joe Rossi showed up. Hey, they have this first year, and they went 9-6. Since then, other than a 7-4 season in 2001, they still made the Western Conference.
There we go. As we continue bringing everybody along on NCTV45, I think we have you all out there now. The NCTV45 network is up together, and we should have no problems. We're set up, ready to go, and we're adding viewers as we speak. Now, I'm going to take a second to check our systems, and we'll be ready to go.
The city has 24 catches this year for 351 yards and 8 scores. He's got 34 catches in his career, 3 years old, from 1,600 yards. Last week, 8 catches for 81 yards and 3 touchdowns. All of those in the second half. After Blackhawk, he was also a kicker. He got 24 extra points. He hit 2 field goals, and one was 47 yards. Risky obviously does it all.
Speaking of field goals, you have some scores for us.
As we're bringing people along on the NCTV45 network. Hope you're dry. We had a brief rain. We're going to give you an update of what's going on down here as we bring people on.
And as we continue on here, we're 10 minutes away from this evening's kickoff. We should be getting underway about 7:37. Newcastle.
Hope you're
Fayette in the Northern Night Conference matchup here this evening.
joining us, and got the links all squared away, and we're going to make sure that we got everything in perfect shape, and we look to be good. Okay, folks, let's take this second to say welcome as we brought everybody along, and we're taking a look. First of all, let me tell you about the weather situation. It seems to have stopped raining as the rain now moving out. We're located, South Fayette is located around Bridgeville, to give you an idea. And we have just hit what seems to be a little bit of a lull in the rain. Really kind of crazy, as when we were heading down, left Newcastle with sunshine, and as I talked to a few of the people just arriving now, I guess the rain starts around Cranberry and is headed south. So currently dry, but we could see more rain as we look at radar. Temperature currently 65 degrees. There is a 90% chance of humidity. So expect some rain for this evening's event. Now, as we take a look at what's going on the field, and I can't tell you enough, magnificent, absolutely magnificent facility here at South Fayette. It is artificial turf, state-of-the-art press box, probably the best I've seen, and we've been in quite a few places. the game is starting and is being carried across several mediums. We have people watching as far away as Georgia, Florida, and we pray for the safety of those people who are dealing with the hurricane. And hopefully they can enjoy Newcastle Red Hurricane football. A hello to all those people on the West Coast watching and up in Seattle and every place in between, Maine, Ohio, Indiana. Would like to say hello to everybody along our NCTV45 family. Now, the Canes will be wearing white tonight, and South Fayette will be wearing green. South Fayette comes in undefeated and a very strong type of program they have down here. They've been state champs. They've had a tremendous record. Head coach Rossi, known throughout the WPL as being a winner. Okay, and the whole operation down here has been a first-class operation. Now we're about 14 minutes. It says on the clock away from our start time, as this is being carried also on network television. So you'll be able to watch it quite a few different ways. NCTV 45 available anytime on your time. So tomorrow, if you want to tune in, check out the game again, you can do it. We're here for you. Intro. Would like to thank our sponsors. Shenango Auto Mall, Crane Room, Cedars, and Four Brothers. Special thanks to the Beanery Depot and Deli, the YMCA, Clark's Furniture, and Ferrone Brothers. Pegley's, Keystone, State Farm, the Mad Unit. Sporting Goods, Washington Center Physical Therapy, Big Paulie's Sports Bar, Mary Turner's Day Spa. 26 Bar and Grill, Labardo's Apothecary, Bill's Bake Shop, and Butts's. Gatherings, Joseph's Market, On Target, Pokeberry. Also special thanks to the Branding Iron, Chalella and Carney, DiCaprio Cleaning, Damian Olson, Little Johnny's 2, Main Street Clothiers, Nino's 2 Tomatoes, Paul D. Weller, Tuscany Square, the William F. and Roger DiCarbo Funeral Home, also Mr. Pizza, Medicine Shop Pharmacy, and R&A Screening. And we're looking, the band just marching in, but from our vantage point, we are not on the decks as we were at the other facility, so we won't be able to pick up the halftime show for you. It might seem kind of muted as we go through. My partner, unable to make it tonight due to a family situation, and I extend my best wishes to Jason and his family. Now, the South Fayette marching band now taking the field. We're going to take a break here, and we will be picking up the action. We've got probably about 11 minutes till the start, and we'll be right back.
of Newcastle. Who come into tonight's game.
South Fayette on the field, and we're 9 minutes before the start of the game, and we'll be right back after this break.
Veterans who suffer from physical and mental difficulties as a result of fighting in all branches of the United States Armed Forces. South Fayette has taken on the challenge of raising $22,000 over the course of the next year. This will be to fully fund the training of one service dog to be placed with a veteran in our area. The USA Knights t-shirts being awarded for the game tonight represent the first of the fundraising efforts whose proceeds are going towards this goal. We would like to announce a few guests tonight in association with this program. Tony Acronando. He's a Vietnam-era veteran and founder of Life-Changing Service Dogs for Veterans, who is also president of Veterans Cable Services, a company that exclusively hires and trains veterans for technology careers once they have completed their service to our country. We also have tonight South Fayette student, Katie O'Rourke. She is the project leader for the sale of tonight's USA Knights t-shirts, which has raised more than $2,000 already towards South Fayette School District's efforts to fully fund the training of one service dog for a local veteran. And finally, David Kowalski and his service dog, Ringer. David served 8 years in the United States Marine Corps and 12 years in the Air Force, achieving the rank of Tech Sergeant. He was deployed 9 times, 2 of which were to Afghanistan and 2 to Iraq. David lives in economy PA and was paired with Ringer through the efforts of Life-Changing Service Dogs for Veterans on June 23rd, 2016. Before we rise for the national anthem, I'd like to point out that joining our Three Machine Marching Band under the direction of Aaron Carranza are the 7th and 8th grade band members. So we got the middle school band members joining the high school Three Machines for tonight's ball game. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, please rise and gentlemen, remove your hats for the place for our national anthem and the South Fayette Alma Mater.
That's why I'm up here and I'm down there. You can't turn the ball over. First of all, you can't turn the ball over. You've got to do something, and that the Kings really have not been able to do this year. That's being thoughtful on offense. You've got to keep it football.
And again, it's a team so far. They're averaging 40 points a game. Newcastle giving up 22.
Now, it's the national anthem as we get ready for the kickoff here, as we cannot pick up the public address in the band as we are in a booth and a couple other media sources around us.
You look at their running back, Giovanni Love, though, too. I mean, he's averaging almost 8 yards every time he touches the ball. What are you talking about?
Yeah, he gets slouch either.
He's got 5 touchdowns, over 500 yards rushing. Again, every time he touches the ball, it's 7 yards.
Feel free to text us during the broadcast. Feel free to text us during the broadcast to 724-498-5507. We look forward to hearing from you, and I'll try and reply on air as they come in. As I said, 5 minutes before kickoff, and we have other media sources, so you're probably going to pick up a little noise in the background. So just bear with us, and we'll try to get you through this type of situation. Now, the Canes coming onto the field, they'll be in the all-white with the black helmets. Their away uniforms. Expect South Fayette to be in the green uniforms, green helmets. Very potent, undefeated team, as you heard from the public address. And Newcastle, with having a bad outing last week, I definitely feel that they'll rebound this week and be able to have a decent game. South Fayette will be a difficult test for the Canes as the South Fayette cheerleaders get ready for the introduction of the team. As we over to our left is the locker rooms, and here come the South Fayette Lions. And it only stands on one side here at South Fayette, but nevertheless a great facility. And it has stopped raining, as it looks actually like a nice night for football if we wouldn't have had that rain driving through just prior to the game. Now, as I do look up, there is a light mist coming down, and that probably will persist all night. And we're ready for football. Thanks for joining us here on NCTV45. And I'll make sure I don't do that as far as hitting the tripod. I had promised earlier, as fans asked about picking up the band, I did think we'd be out on the deck. I'm kind of happy that we weren't, with respect to the misty rain falling and what have you.
You sound a little tired of all this, sir.
This is our life.
And special thanks to Shenango Auto Mall, Crane Room, Cedars, and Four Brothers. Here, we'll get the toss.
I name it economic investments and community scouts when it comes to investments, and David economic investments has that experience. I think that people plus means they do more than just shipping. GNC gave me better credit to location at Towson Castle and Shannon Township.
As we get ready for the toss, be interesting to see if they've won the toss and they've deferred to the second half. Canes will receive, and we're ready for football. And we're ready for football here. So anxious to get underway, as we got used to those 7 o'clock starts, and now all of a sudden we're back up to these 7:30 and running type deals. Now 10 seconds, and here we go. Everybody's out, and here come the Canes ready to receive. So checking out South Fayette in the green uniforms and white helmets. Canes in all white. Marcus Hooker and Garrett Farah into the end zone, and we're out on the 20 as Ball sails into the end zone, and it's 1st and 10 for the Canes. Now, here come the Canes. Canes line up, send 2 to the near side, wing far side, shotgun with a single back set. And here we go.
And the rain is back. Took a short break for the president.
And the rain is back. Motion away. Gino throw. Ball incomplete. No, nobody open. Coverage was excellent. As you'll see that with South Fayette, they'll be in positions to make plays. Canes will have to be on top of their game tonight as South Fayette. Very well coached. 2 to the far side and 1 near side. Gino, he loses a yard, and it's going to be 3rd and 11 for the Canes. Rain continues to come down. Lined up, and great pursuit defense by South Fayette. Nowhere to go for the Canes. They lose 1. It's 3rd and 11 with 11:46 on the clock. And Canes break the huddle, sending 2 to each side. And snap to Gino. Incomplete, and that was a dangerous take of last week. And that's 3 and out for the Canes. 11:41 in a clock, and that was dangerous as South Fayette came with a blitz and kick away. We'll call it the 40. 1st and 10 for South Fayette. Special thanks to the Beanery Depot and Deli, YMCA, Clark's Furniture, and Ferrone Brothers for making this broadcast of Hurricane football possible. And South Fayette with 2 to the near side, 1 far side, inside handoff straight ahead. It's going to pick up 5 yards, maybe a little bit more. 6 on the first carry, bringing up 2nd and 4 as South Fayette comes straight up at you. And 2nd and 3 as called by the scoreboard operator. South Fayette sending 2 to the far side, 1 near side. Snap, fullback, and he's going to be into the end zone for the score. Straight up run, left side over the guard, and there was nobody there. South Fayette scores with 11:01 on the clock. They'll attempt the extra point, and that was 2 running plays straight at the guard position. First one picked up 6, and the next one picked up the rest. Ball will be spotted on the 10 for the extra point. And here's the snap. Ball's down, and it's up and away, and it's good. As we go upfield with, 11:01 left in the first quarter. It is South Fayette 7 and the Canes nothing.
Going after good, dead foul, personal foul on the offense, 15-yard penalty.
That was a personal foul. I didn't see the flag against South Fayette. And let's give thanks to our sponsors, Pegley's Pasta and More, Keystone Specialty, State Farm, Michael Joseph, Agent, and the MAD Unit. We thank them, and when you're looking for goods and services, stop by our sponsors and let them know that you heard it on NCTV45. They'd appreciate the business. They're out there working hard for you. Now, as 11:01 on the clock, and not seeing anybody come out right away, I guess it's a TV timeout, as we have more time with now. We have to get used to those, as kickoff will be from the 25. Keep in mind that the Canes should come up with good field position. And there's the kick. Ball sails down around the 20 and is returned. Gino spins up to the 35, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Canes at the 35. Now, Canes are going to have to execute on offense a lot better than they have, as the last 3 plays in the first series were very lethargic, and South Fayette kind of imposed their will on the Canes. Okay. 2 to the near side, 1 far side, 1 back set. Inside handoff as Jet is run, and that gets the ball up to we're going to call it the 43, pickup of 7. And running back down as Gardner down, and we'll check out what's going on. Now, special thanks to Sporting Goods, Washington Center Physical Therapy, Big Paulie Sports Bar, Barry Turner's Day Spa, as we get ready to move to action, as Mr. Gardner.
Yeah, it's on. What do you say? I know. What do you say when you know TJ and South Fayette probably gonna be 1-2. 18 driving
Inside handoff, and that picks up about 2 yards. Canes are going to be a good yard short of the first down, and ball will be spotted at the 45. Canes have to get to the 46 for the first down. Now, I'm taking a look. It's 3rd and 1. So interesting to see if Canes go into that power I formation. Canes go into the I formation. They send one to the far side, and they're going to mark it at the 45, shy of the first down marker.
Quick hitter. Not surprised South Fayette.
4th and 1, and we'll take a look to see what the Canes do here. Now, will they go with long count? Canes go up to the line, and 4th and 1, and it's the option, and it is a first down as they cross midfield. Canes get down to the 47-yard line with 9:07, picking up the first down. Gutsy move by the Canes as they keep the ball and keep that South Fayette offense off the field. Rain continuing to come down. And Geno Stone down. Right ankle as we're going to take a look at. He's going to have to come out, and the next play call is going to be critical. 1st and 10 for the Canes, 9:07 on the clock. And this will be an interesting call for Joey as Coach Cower has to come in, and will he go straight up, and is Geno okay as he's going off with a little bit of a limp. Rain continues to fall. Special thanks to 26 Bar and Grill, Lombardo's Apothecary, Bill's Bake Shop, and Butts for keeping community television on the air in Newcastle. And rain coming down a lot harder now, as you probably can't really tell with the way we are protected inside this magnificent facility. You know, quite a few people around, but we're making do with it. Canes come out. They're going to send 2 to the near side, wing on the far side, and clock wound with 9 minutes. And Canes on the run, pick up 2. And not a bad call there. The ability to pick up those 2 yards and not get a loss. Geno Stone still limping off to the sidelines. And will the Canes come back? It's 2 to the far side, 1 near side, and direct snap. It's going to be motion, definitely. And 5-yard penalty, motion. Ball will be resting at the 50, and it will be 2nd and 13 for the Canes. Canes come out, put 2 to each side, and one back set. The snap, throw. Hooker is scampering downfield, inside, and that's a score for the Canes. As the rain and the hurricane hits South Fayette, come up with the touchdown with Mark Torcello hitting Marcus right across the middle. He was wide open. There was nobody around him. And now with 7:57, 7-6 score, the all-important extra point to tie this up. Snap down, kick up, and it's through. And we're tied at 7 with 7:57 left in the first. And Canes doing a great job at showing composure, working through adversity, and coming back to tie the score. And we got a contest here. Now, let's thank our sponsors. Gatherings, Joseph's, On Target Printing, and Pokeberry would like to thank them for being on board community television in Newcastle. NCTV45, anytime on your time, spanning the county and spanning the country and the world, bringing you the best from Lawrence County. And kickoff set, ball will be spotted at the 40-yard line, and 7:57 on the clock. There's the kick. And ball returned out just beyond the 35. We'll watch for the spot. They're going to spot it at the 36. 1st and 10 for South Fayette. Now, this is going to be interesting with the rain coming down, as it is pronouncedly harder than it was just a little bit ago. South Fayette sends two to the near side, one far side, and there is a one-back set.
And he's going to attempt his first pass of the night with all kind of time, and he's going to either be got a man open, but closing quickly is Garrett Farrell.
And ball is intercepted, and, you know, we had talked about that last week where they were going to try to go deep on us. That had been happening throughout the year. Canes get the interception, and 7-7 with 7:39 in the first quarter, and the Canes will take over, ball resting on the 27-yard line. So let's see what they have here in their bag of tricks as the Canes come out, and Geno Stone in the backfield. And the one-back set.
Stone to throw again,
Same pass play. It's caught. Garrett Farrah catches it at the 40, just crossing the 40, not quite the 41, where it's 1st and 10 for the Canes. Canes finding a lot of success right now over the middle. And would like to thank you for joining us here on NCTV45. 1st and 10 for the Canes. Ball resting just across the 40. Canes send two to each side. One back set. And Stoney back to pass. Ball incomplete. Looked like it was tipped on the as it was released and misdirected out of the way. Now, 7:10 on the clock. Canes go to the outside, and after going across the middle twice, just enough to mix it up. Maybe not a bad idea to try some run here. Two to the near side, wing far side, one back set. Motion away. And Hooker runs, and he's going to be close to the first down, out of bounds, just short of the 50. Believe they're going to spot it at the 49-yard line, where it's going to be 3rd and 1 for the Canes. 6:50 on the moving clock. Now, we haven't seen that I formation that the Canes have used quite a bit, power I formation, and we're not going to see it here as two go to the far side, wing near side, and Canes take the snap, fake the inside, inside handoff, and that's a first down for the Canes. Great run. Just needed to pick up 1 yard, picked up 2, and ball will be spotted. Check that. I'm watching the spot. 49-yard lines as Canes cross midfield. 6 minutes on the clock and motion away. Marcus on the run and picks up a few as he crosses the 45 down to the 43, where 5:40 on the clock, and Kane's moving the ball. Jet has seemed to work, and Kane's running crossing patterns right now, seeming to find their stride. 5:30 on the clock. Kane sent two to the far side. One near side is a wing, and the motion is to us. Inside handoff, and he was interesting, the run, because he had the chance to be stopped in the backfield, and he made it back to the line of scrimmage and actually made a gain. Now, we're looking at 3rd and 3 with 5 minutes on the clock. And this is an important drive for the Canes because they need to pick up the first down, keep that South Fayette offense off the field. Canes send two to the near side, wings far side, motion away, and handoff. It will be Hooker picking up the first down, and that is crossing the 40 down to the 35. 1st and 10 for the Canes. 4:29 as they move the chains. And Kane seemed to be taking and giving a deliberate march. This is something we haven't seen this season. And we've got one to the near side, wing far side, 2 back sets, inside handoff with Marcus, and he crosses to the 35. No pickup as we're out of real estate on the far side. Now, no bleachers on the far side, so everybody's on this near side, but I can't say enough about the stadium. And right now, the rain is utterly unbelievable coming down. 2nd and 10, 3:30 on the clock. 2 on the near side, wing far side.
2nd down, 10. Stone to throw. He's going to go deep. Got Farrell wide open in the open shot.
Just out of the outstretched arms. 3rd down and 10. And rain continues to fall. You have to wonder if they're going to come back to this crossing pattern, although that was wide open. Great pass for the Canes. And here we go. 2 to the far side, 2 near side, 1 back set. And snap. Incomplete. 3:20 on the clock.
If it was 5 yards, I would say, yeah, I would have seen Gino go back and play football.
And
because I know they didn't Stone the kick, block, and a short punt.
Ball falls down around the 18-yard line. So 3:12. Let's give thanks to our sponsors, the Branding Iron, Chilella and Kearney, DiCaprio, and Daimio and Olson Law Group. 1st and 10 for the Lions, who send 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. Now there's a 1 back set. And inside handoff, and he pounds the ball out to the 30-yard line. 29 is the spot, and that's going to be a first down. 3:06 on the clock, and I don't think the clock moved at all. And 3 minutes, ball snap tie, and he brings it back down as the clock was not moving on that last play. 2:46 now we're running. And here we go, 2 to each side, 1 back set. And you got to with the rain coming down, real easy to get these bad snaps. And the ball's caught. He crosses the 40, comes up to the 44. And that'll be first down for the Lions. 2:16 on the clock. And it'll stop while the chains move. One back set, 2 to the near side, 2 to the far side. And we're at the 2-minute mark in the first. Inside handoff stopped by the Canes. And that was a host of tacklers as he was hit at the 40. They're going to mark the forward progress to the 42. Nevertheless, a loss of 2 yards. And hustling out is South Fayette. South Fayette sends 2 to the near side, trips to the near side. It caught. Now, ball will be marked at the 46, where it will be first and 10. Minute 26 on the clock. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back set, and that's an inside handoff. And he's out to the 30, and there's a flag. And that's going to move the ball down as horse collar by the Canes, and ball will be marked down to the 15-yard line. 1:16 on the clock. Score tied at 7 if you're just joining us. And they'll put 2 on the far side and 2 on the near side with a 1 back set as they look for the call from the sidelines. Snap, and he's sacked at the 20. That's huge as 50 seconds on the clock. We're going to have time for another one as they put it down and spot it. Now, South Fayette in a hurry-up type offense. 22 on the play clock, 30 on the game clock. 2 to the far side. Almost intercepted because the Canes were in position to grab that. Rain starts to come down harder. 18.9 seconds left in the first.
Either or. Summers did a great job of locking him up. So
3rd and call it 16. 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side. Inside screen, and he's down at the 15. And that's going to, I don't think they're going to get another one off. 3 seconds, 2, and that's going to be it for the first quarter, where we're tied at 7s. Okay, and we're going to take this second to thank our sponsors. Little Johnny's 2, Main Street Clothiers, Nino's 2 Tomatoes, Paul D. Weller, Tuscany Square, William F. and Roger DiCarbo Funeral Home, Mr. Pizza, The Medicine Shop, and R&A Screening. Rain really coming down now. Great to be in the position that we're in. And tied at 7s as we go to this second period. Ball will be on the 15. Now, when you're looking at the kick, that's going to be a 25-plus yarder, 25, 30, 33, 35 yarder. So it's going to be interesting as we set this. Now we're waiting for teams to return to the field. Rain pouring, and it is really coming down. This is going to be an interesting fourth down type situation. And South Fayette, 4th and 10, they line up for the kick. The ball's going to be spotted at the 23-yard line. So this will be a 33-yard kick. And this is going to be a poke in the rain for high school.
His shortest field goal of the year.
Right-footed kicker. High snap. Frost does a good job in bringing it down.
And he's got it. And with 11:55 on the clock, South Fayette takes the lead 10-7 on that 33-yard kick. And as you take a look at the window in front of us, you can see a little bit of the rain. Would like to thank our sponsors, the Shenango Auto Mall, Crane Room, Cedars, and Four Brothers.
Once South Fayette got in the red zone after that penalty, well, Newcastle really locked it down. So thanks to Gio Stone and a host of others.
We're set for the kick with 11:55.
Good kick. And Ferris is going to let it go into the end zone.
In the end zone, and it'll be spotted at the 20. Kane's playing a great game here. And aside from that first series, the Canes offensively have done what they needed to do. And matter of fact, even defensively, holding them to a field goal on that drive wasn't bad. 2 to the near side, 1 back set.
Snow barking at the signals. He'll hand the ball off to Lorenzo Gardner. 20. Lorenzo outside. 25. Lorenzo to the 30. 35. He's to the 40. He's to the 40.
And as we look, crosses midfield. And great run by Lorenzo. And having trouble stopping Jet seems to be the issue for South Fayette, as the jet sweep has worked every time. Canes come out. 2 on the near side, 1 on the far side. Gardner picks up 7. And it's Newcastle's ball, as when the ball hit the turf, he was down, as you could see on our camera angle. So it'll bring up 2nd down and call it 5. The rain unbelievably coming down. And out of bounds inside the 20. Good run for the Canes. And that's going to set them up with a 1st down. Canes will be in business. Timeout called by South Fayette. We're going to take this second to thank the Beanery Depot and Deli, the YMCA, Clark's Furniture, and Ferrone Brothers. Now, timeout for South Fayette. And 10:41 on the clock in the second. I think that South Fayette's seen enough jet as the timeout got slapped to change defenses, because that jet sweep has absolutely, positively killed them. I don't have a stat on it right now, but the amount of territory picked up by the Canes on that jet sweep has been unbelievable. Now, 1st down for the Canes. Inside handoff goes wide to the tackle and crosses the 15 down to the 14. Second and 7, 10:15 on a moving clock. In comes a play from the sidelines. Canes will have to get down to the 7, inside the 7 for the 1st.
Stone fake, looks, throws near side, McElroy 15, checks tackles, and down at the 11-yard line, he had some room. Might not have got in, but probably takes out his hand until he slipped.
9:44, and the fake, excellent fake, as they faked jet and came back, threw the ball to the near side. Ball sits on the 11. Canes need to pick up 4. Two backs in the backfield. Inside handoff. There goes Marcus. Inside the 5 and down to what looks like to be the 2. And as we take a look, it's 1st and goal. Ball will be spotted exactly on the 2. 1st and 10 for the Canes. And 2-back set, 1 to the near side. Hooker inside, and there's the score for the Canes. The Canes go up 13-10 with 8:43 on the clock as the rain comes down, and Cartwright on for the kick. Ball will be spotted on the 10 for the extra point. And no good. Canes by 3, 13-10, as the extra point missed, and in this kind of weather, can't say anything about that. Now, let's thank our sponsors. Let's thank in part to Pegley's Pasta and More, Keystone Specialty, State Farm, the MAD Unit, Mobile Auto Detailing, call Michael Sad, Sporting Goods, Washington Center Physical Therapy, Big Paulie Sports Bar, Mary Turner's Day Spa, and down comes the rain, and it is pouring. Now we have a TV timeout as game locally televised on Root Sports. NCTV45 carrying the game. We thanks to our viewers out there watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and our NCTV45 website. Also, remember, we're available anytime on your time. 8:43 on the clock, 13-10. Canes with the lead, and here we go. There's the kick.
And goes through the legs of one of the Lions, picked up, and still finally picked up at the 5, and then tackled at the 5-yard line. Good job.
Tackled inside, looks to be inside the 5, and ball will be spotted inside the 5, down around the 2 or 3 yard line. We'll wait to see. I believe they're going to spot it at the 5. 1st and 10 for South Fayette. We got 1 to each side.
And the Lions working at their own 5-yard line.
Inside handoff.
Still on his feet. And he's going to pick up nice yardage on 1st down.
And that's going to be a pickup of 10, 11 yards. .8:29 on the clock. No huddle for the Lions. Inside handoff, and picking up another 1st down. The Lions, who are continually going no huddle. Special thanks to my buddy Tyrone out there. Appreciate it and enjoy. We've got two to the far side, one back set, snap kind of high, and off tackle, and fumble, and it looks like they're going to give it to South Fayette as the ball slipped out and then bounced back into them. 2nd and 5 with 7:46 on the clock. Rain still coming down. And two to the far side, one to the near side. Inside handoff stopped as he crosses the 35. And they're going to spot it at the 35 to bring up a 3rd down and 3. No huddle for the Lions. 7:13 on a running clock. And rain unbelievably coming down. Two to the far side. Inside handoff. And there's the 1st down as they get down to the 45. Ball will be spotted at the 45. 6:56 as they move the chains. And South Fayette running from their own 5-yard line to the far side, one near side. And pass knocked away and incomplete as the ball bounced away and just slightly overthrown. Can't blame the Lions for going deep, but in this type of weather, if you're not a throwing team, and they seem to have been running the ball, not a great job to you got to really be lucky to be able to get the ball completed. Two to each side, one back set. Canes step back, and they're going to call encroachment on the Canes. That's going to move the ball up 5 yards and make it 2nd and 5 with 6:40 on the clock. Ball will be resting at midfield. Ball spotted, and here we go. Timeout called, and as we're doing double time here without our main bud, let's get to the sponsors. And special thanks to Sporting Goods, Washington Center Physical Therapy, Mary Turner's Day Spa, 26 Bar and Grill, Lombardo's Apothecary, Bill's Bake Shop, and Butts. And as you take a look up, that's the rain we're dealing with. And great to be inside. As 6:40 on the clock, Canes with a 13-10 lead. And ball resting at midfield. 2nd and 5. Canes need to come up with a stop, get the ball to protect this lead. Ball's going to be spotted. Ball's at the 50. And Canes will see two to each side, one back set. And inside handoff. And that picks up 2. And it's going to make it 3rd and 3. And tackled by a host of Canes. And that's going to be shy of the 1st down. 4th and 2, and they said not so quickly as the punt unit was coming on, and that didn't happen. South Fayette looking like they're going to go for it on 4th and 2, 5:40 on the clock as South Fayette comes up to the ball. They have to get to the 45 for the first down. And that was a lucky break for South Fayette as the ball went flying, sailing over the quarterback's head. And fortunately, there was a flag, 5-yard penalty for South Fayette, and things did not look good. Ball gets placed back at the 48, and here we go, punt formation for the Lions. Canes would be in need of a great run back. And South Fayette has it. And I can't say enough, in this kind of a downpour, you just want to get away from the ball. You just want to get away from the ball because a mistake could be oh so costly. Now that's a timeout, TV timeout. There's 5:16, and the Canes leading 13-10. Let's take a look and thank our sponsors. Thanks in part to Gathering Banquet Facility, Joseph's Market, On Target Printing, Pokeberry. The Branding Iron, Chillo and Carney, DiCaprio Cleaning, and Daimio and Olson. NCTV45, your community station in Newcastle. And the rain continues to fall. As you see on the... She's got... Now here we go. 1st and 10 for 2 on each, 2 to the far side, 2 to the near side, 1 back set. Inside snap. And that picks up 3 yards. 2nd and we'll call it 8. But wow. 4:56. 2 to the near side, 1 far side. Back to pass.
Rolls to the near side, looking, he's going to keep it, he's going to get out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
23-yard line, that'll be shy.
Wow.
4:38. Rain continues to come down. And 3rd and call it 4.
Good snap. Blitz hot. Saxon throws. Nice catch made. First down. Inside the 20. Down to the 16-yard line.
Ball caught on the 16. It'll be 1st and 10. Chains move. 4:32 on the clock.
What a catch that was. Like, yeah, versus White, I think that's snag.
Inside handoff. Apologize there. Ball will be spotted on the 1. Apologize for that camera mishap. 4:10 on the clock. Now be a great time for a fumble by the Lions as this drive started on their 5-yard line. One to each side, two back set. Everybody in tight. And that's a score, making it 16-13. 3:54 the score comes with. And impressive drive for the Lions. Ball will be spotted on the 10. Kick is good. 17-13 as we move upfield. And pretty impressive. .354 on the clock. And this is an important series for the Canes, as they definitely need to get a score.
To the 10 to the 15. Barrett to the 20. Barrett across the 25-yard line.
Ball out to the 28. 1st and 10 for the Canes. Now there's 3:46 on the clock. Rain pouring, just as just unbelievably coming down. Canes come out, and it's going to be an interesting set of two near side, and they're lined up behind each other. Lorenzo carries out, and he's going to be dropped for 3-yard loss as that play Jet definitely adjusted to by South Fayette. Now, they haven't seen the pass over the middle, but the rain is really storming, and you really don't want to go. Two to the far side, one back set. And Jet to the other side, and they've got Jet solved. Everybody's staying at home for South Fayette and absolutely just running parallel to the line of scrimmage. And Hooker gets up with a little bit of a limp. Timeout called with 2:46. We're going to take this second for an adjustment as Canes
Three receivers to the far side, wide out to the left. Again, Hooker on the sideline, nursing an injury. Stone to throw. He's going to throw this one up for grabs.
And it's caught.
Wow.
It is caught. And if you caught the end of that, just unbelievable as bounced around and caught. Ball resting on the 47. Now, 2 to the far side, 1 near side, and motion to us, inside handoff. Gardner tripped up at the 50, and that's going to bring up a 2nd and 12. 1:48 on the clock. Now the ball goes up and across the middle, and the Canes come down with it. And that's an interesting turn of events. Special thanks to the Branding Iron, Chilella and Carney, DiCaprio, and Daimio and Olson, 2 to the near side, 1 far side, 1 back set. Motion to us, Jet, and he crosses the 50 and gets down to the 48. .113 on the clock, and this is going to be an interesting type of situation as a legal formation called against the Canes. And so we have 73 seconds on the clock, and it's 3rd and 10. Going to make it 3rd and 10 as South Fayette declines the penalty. Clock begins to run, and Canes should be in no hurry. Now we're down to a minute. 3 to the far side. And Gardner out to a first down. And 51.6 seconds on the clock. So an interesting type of situation for the Canes as they start the clock. And if the Canes could get 1 strike to the end zone or in position, they could go in up or at least down 1. Canes send 2 to the far side, 1 near side. Inside handoff, and everybody's tied up, and flag comes down. Now, there's 28.7 seconds on the clock. I couldn't tell what the penalty was. 5-yard face masking call. 28.7 on the clock. 31 seconds will be set on the clock. Canes call timeout. Now, this is an interesting setup because if the Canes can get in a score here and go in at half, that would really greatly help because South Fayette's going to get the ball in the second half. Now, special thanks goes out to Little Johnny's 2, Main Street, Nino's 2 Tomatoes, Paul D. Weller, Tuscany, William F. and Roger DeCarbo Funeral Home, Mr. Pizza, Medore's, the Medicine Shop, and R&A Screening. Rain continues to come down, and folks, I'm going to let you know that halftime will be an adventure. We're inside, and 3 to the far side. Back to pass. Incomplete ball. Ball just falls incomplete. And 24.5 seconds And, it's going to be an interesting call here on 2nd and 8. Play comes in from the sideline. Lions showing 3-man front, and they've got everybody back. 3 to the far side, 1 near side.
5-man rush. Pressure. He's just going to throw it and
Incomplete.
Marcus Hooker broke the route off. He had a receiver down the hash marks, but
And
Lions closest to it.
19.1 second. 3rd and 8. And this is going to be an interesting call for the Canes because you do not want to give South Fayette the ball back with any kind of time on it. They've been very successful in the past in scoring with absolutely nothing left.
Stone. Look, Stone is going to throw it down the middle, but well over the head of the intended receiver.
Incomplete. Fourth, 14.2. And wow. Now, 4th and 8. And Canes send 2 to each side with a 1-back set.
And here they come, and Gino throws off his back foot, and it's incomplete, knocked away. Great defensive play. Marcus Hooker had a chance at it.
Didn't even see Stoney get rid of the ball. 8.6 seconds on the clock. So Lions are going to get the ball with half a field to go. And, it is victory formation, and that's going to do it as we go to the half with a 17-13 lead for the Lions. We're going to keep the focus on the scoreboard as we take a look at thanking our sponsors. Little Johnny's 2, Tuscany Square, the William F. and Roger DiCarmo Funeral Home, Mr. Pizza, the Medicine Shop, RNA Screening, Shenango Auto Mall, Crane Room, Cedars, Four Brothers, the Beanery Depot and Deli, YMCA, Clark's, Ferrone Brothers, Pegley's, Pasta and More, Keystone Specialty, State Farm, Michael Joseph Agent, Mad Unit, Sporting Goods, Washington Center Physical Therapy, Big Polly Sports Bar, Mary Turner's Day Spa, 26 Bar and Grill, Lombardo's Apothecary, Bill's Bake Shop, Butts, Gatherings, Joseph's, Market on Target, and Pokeberry. The Branding Iron, Cedars, Jalel and Carney, DiCaprio Cleaning, Daimion Olson, Little Johnny's 2, Main Street, Nino's 2 Tomatoes, Paul D. Weller, Tuscany Square, the William F. and Roger DiCarbo Funeral Home, Mr. Pizza and RNA Screening, and my good friends and neighbors, the Medicine Shop. Now, we're going to keep it there on the clock, and we'll be back to start the second half. Okay, we're back, and you can go anywhere and see somebody from Newcastle, and that's just exactly what I did as I saw my good buddy Joe Toscano from Newcastle and Duquesne. Here comes the second half kick, and he's out, still on his feet, and out to, we're going to wait for the spot, the 45-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 for the Lions. And 11:49. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the South Fayette School District for all their kind hospitality. 1st and 10 for the Lions, who put 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side, 1 back set. High snap, inside handoff, and that's going to pick up 10. As I go for the glasses. There, that's much better. 2nd and 1. High snap again, inside handoff. And still on his feet and down to the 20-yard line. Spotted at the 19, and that's 11-18, and that was when we were talking about getting that ball in the 3rd quarter and being up 4. This is what we're talking about. It bounced, and that's a loss of 5. Going to move the ball back to the 24, making it 2nd and 15. Feel free to text us at 724-498-5507. Be great to hear from you. 10:37 on a moving clock. 17-13 Lions. If you just joined us, 2 to each side, motion away. And here comes the pass. Ball caught, and then in and out of the hands. Is I was listening to the guy next door, and he thought he had a catch, but not yet. 3rd down. Call it 15, as they haven't changed the scoreboard clock to reflect the down and distance. Now motion away as to the near side. Intercepted by the Canes. And that's move out to the 23-yard line. We'd like to thank our sponsors in part for sponsoring the game: Shenango Auto Mall, Crane Rooms, Cedars, For Brothers, the Beanery Depot and Deli, YMCA, Clark's Furniture, and Ferrone Brothers. And boy, you know, before the trip down, nice pepperoni roll. If you don't get the specials of Ferrone Brothers, you got to start doing that. I'll tell you what, absolutely excellent. 10-10 on the clock in the 3rd. And Canes get the interception, move the ball out to, and I'm looking for the spot, the 23, where it's going to be 1st and 10.
All right, so we have Blackmont 55-0.
They just announced a couple scores, and I'm sorry I didn't pick those up. 1st and 10 for the Canes with 10-10. Few 10s around. We've got 2 to the near side, 1 far side, inside fake, and there's a run by Gardner out to the 30, just short of the 30. It'll be the 29. It'll be second and call it 5. As the ball spotted on the 29-yard line, Kane's got to get to the 34 for the first down. Kane sent 2 near side, 1 far side. Jet and South Fayette has seen enough of that play. They have been all over that. That's a loss of 3. Going to make it 3rd and 8. Now, this is interesting because Canes need to keep this momentum going. Send 2 to the near side and 2 back set. Motion away.
And it is incomplete. As intended for Marcus Hoover, but falls incomplete.
Really close as ball's incomplete, and Canes will punt away. 8:44 left in the third, and I kind of wondered where that ball was going as it just seemed to float. Low snap. And the ball will be spotted at the 43, and rain still coming down. Now, let's thank our sponsors, the Beanery Depot and Deli, Pegley's Pasta and More, Keystone Specialty, State Farm Agent Michael Joseph, and the Mad Unit, Michael Sad. Here come the Lions, who send 1 out to each side. Now 2 out, slot near side, 1 back set. Straight ahead run and tackled just after crossing the 50 down to the 49. And that's going to make it 2nd and call it 2. And need a little gift here. It's high snap. And that crosses the 45 down to the 43. You know, it's been interesting because the snap has been the adventure for the Lions as the ball just squirting everywhere. But with the rain coming down, you know, you just don't know. Here, you got 1 to each side, motion towards near side, inside handoff, and he's stopped cold. That's a loss of 2, and that's going to make it 2nd, and we'll look for the spot. They spotted as a 1-yard loss, 2nd and 11. Inside handoff and missed tackle and gets down to the 35. There was just didn't get a hand on him, and he was able to pick up 6, call it 3rd and 4. And you got 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side, as the Lions attempt to hurry up. Now, play coming in from the sidelines, 1 back set, 2 to each side. Snap, inside handoff, and we'll look and see where the spot is. They're going to spot it right at the first down marker. And there you go. Can't get that on the radio. 1st and 10 for the Lions. 6:21 on the clock and moving. You've got 2 to the far side, 1 near side, and 1 back set. And straight ahead goes the Lions. And that's going to be a pickup of, call it 5, bringing up 2nd and 5. Ball's been going right over the guard position. And nothing more. 2 to each side, 1 back set. Let's see if they get that same run. There's the snap, inside run. 5:27 and moving. And Canes are going to have to come up with a stop, a turnover, force a field goal, something to keep them within striking distance as 5:25 left in the third. Inside handoff, brings it down inside the 10. And there's a turnover. It is Canes' ball with 5:10. And that is key for the Canes. 17-13 and stopped again. The Lions run into literally a wall of Canes and a wall of water as ball squirts out and Newcastle takes over. Ball's going to be resting on the 7-yard line.
He had 49 yards on that drive. He had every call.
Now, here come the Canes, and we're going to take a look at the set. They have not been in that power eye all night, but they have a 2-back set, 1 spread to the near side. Marcus straight ahead and nothing doing. Okay. There was a host of people there. As South Fayette seems to be lining up wide on that side. Canes went with 1 to the near side, wing far side, and a 1-back set on that last play. Now, 12, he called 2nd and 11, and key to Canes as they're trying to get to the corners. 4:26 on a moving clock. 2-back set, inside handoff, and everybody's there, and that's a loss of a yard with 4 minutes on the clock. Now this is 3rd and 12, and wow, Canes have to get out of dodge here. 3:48 on the clock. 2 to the far side. Check that. 3 to the far side. 1 near side.
He looks. He'll throw, and that's incomplete. Coverage was there.
Incomplete, and coverage was right there. Now, it's a punting situation, and they're going to have to really get it moving here because he'll be punting from his end zone. 3:36, 17-13.
very short. Gets it on 30, goes backwards, and down at the 26-yard line.
Ball will be at the 26, and it's like the fumble never happened, folks. As we get and take a look, would like to thank our sponsors: Sporting Goods, Washington Center Physical Therapy, Big Paulie's Sports Bar, Mary Turner's Day Spa, 26 Bar and Grill, Lombardo's Apothecary, Bill's Bake Shop, Butts, Gatherings Banquet Center, Joseph's Market, On Target Printing, Pokeberry, The Branding Iron, Chaloa and Carney, Daimio and Olson, and DiCaprio Cleaning. And 17-13, ball resting on the 26, 3:26 in what has been a quarter of rain, and nobody moving anywhere. The inside run by the Lions has picked up yardage. However, the turnovers have created issues. Now, up to the line from the 25, and one to each side, inside handoff, and that picks up 5. Down to the 20, and it'll be 2nd and 5. 3:15 on a moving clock. And, 2 to the near side, 1 far side. And I think you're going to see that straight ahead dive again. And there it is.
So no game, third down, 5. Now, the Lions, because of their kicker, left,
as we look at a camera setting there, we've got 2 to the near side, 1 far side. He's down, caught at the 30-yard line, and that's going to force a long yardage situation. 4th and 15 for South Fayette. 2 minutes left in the third, and right now, game living up to everything that was promised. Rain still coming down, and South Fayette sends 2 to the far side, 1 near side. And Snap always in caught, and the ball was caught at the 18. And I'm looking to see. It's a first down. Ball's resting on the 14-yard line. 1st and 10. Those flags. 2 to the far side, 1 near side. And 1:23 on the clock and moving. Inside handoff. Whistle blows. And wait to see. 1:18 on the clock. I didn't see what the situation was. False start on South Fayette. That's going to back them up 5 yards. Ball will be resting on the 19, making it 1st and 15 for South Fayette. 1:18. Clock's wound. And here we go. 2 to the far side, 1 near side. And High snap, inside handoff, and tackled by a host of Canes. Inside the 5, down to the 3. And there's 32.6 seconds. I don't know that we can get another turnover. 20 seconds on the play clock. There's the snap inside, and that's a score. Giovanni Love in for the touchdown. 20.7 seconds, 23-13. And the situation is this. Canes down by 10, heading into the 4th, and extra point attempt now happening. It's good. Canes will be down 11. Kick is good. And as we go upfield with 20.7 seconds left in the 3rd, 24-13, Canes trail by 11. Special thanks to the people that make this happen. In Newcastle, the Branding Iron, Storla and Carney's, Daimio and Olson, DiCaprio Cleaners, Little Johnny's 2, Main Street, Nino's 2 Tomatoes, and Paul D. Weller. Also thanks to Tuscany Square, the William F. and Roger DiCarbo Funeral Home, Mr. Pizza, the Medicine Shop, and RNA Screening. So 20.7 seconds left. And here we go for the kick. And out to the 30. It'll be spotted on the 31. 1st and 10 with 14.1 seconds to go in the 3rd. .1 seconds, 24-13. And Canes come out. They send 2 near side, wing, far side. Gino keeps it and picks up, call it 2, and that's going to do it for the 3rd quarter as we go moving to the 4th. 24-13, Canes trail by 11, and you're watching NCTV45, Newcastle's community station, anytime on your time. And we're ready for a 4th quarter. And the rain continues to fall. Folks, this has been a good one. and I feel really happy that I'm inside and dry. Want to thank the athletic director of the South Fayette School District for their hospitality, and what was a pleasurable evening. If the Canes can get going here, it'll maybe be even better. As Canes have the ball 2nd and 8. And it's a 2-touchdown type situation, 11 points. And the question has to be, when do you go for the 2 points? It's going to be interesting, because if the Canes were to score here and go for 2, that will put them in a situation that another touchdown, field goal would tie it, another touchdown would win it. Here come the South Fayette Lions on defense, 2nd and 8, and let's see what we got. We've got 2 in the backfield, wing near side, and pitch, and that was an unorthodox pitch. I wasn't sure if it was going to be a chest pass or a bounce pass, and they pick up some yardage and call it 3. And it's 11:30 on a running clock. Canes look a lot better than they have. Inside run up to the 40, and the spot looks like it's going to just cross the 40, but maybe a half a yard short. And that's exactly where they spotted, a half a yard short of that first down. Call it 4th and 1, but that's actually 4th and a half. As you can see where the ball's resting, just across the 40-yard line. Canes have to get to the 41 for the first, and here comes everybody. And motion away. And there goes Gino. Gino's dropped for a loss. And that's going to give South Fayette the ball with 10:23 and a 24-13 lead. Rain continues to pour. You're going to need a turnover. We'd like to thank our sponsors, the Shenango Auto Mall, Crane Room, Cedars, and Four Brothers. Special thanks to all our sponsors for keeping community television on the air. And with 10:23 on the clock, South Fayette has the ball 1st and 10. Ball resting at the 40-yard line. High snap, inside handoff. Dips down and down to the 25. And the clock continues to run as, 10-14 on a moving clock. Just heard Shenango win 16-8 over Summit Academy. Inside handoff, and that picks up 3.
Down to the 21-yard line where he picks up 3.
Ball's on the 21, 9:40 on a moving clock. 2 to the far side, 1 near side, but I have a feeling we're going to get a straight ahead dive, as we haven't seen anything different than that this evening. And there it goes, straight up. Inside move gets down to the 19-yard line with 9:20 on the clock and running. Thanks to the Beanery Depot and Deli, the YMCA, Clark's Furniture, and Ferrone Brothers. Also, Begley's Pasta and More, Keystone Specialty, State Farm, Agent Michael Joseph, and the MAD unit. Now, here we go to near side. Handoff inside, and that goes down to inside the 10. Looks like they're going to spot it at the 10. And 8:45. Ball spotted at the 10, and I don't think they can make a first down. Didn't look at where it's straight ahead dive again, and that's a run, and 8:31, and as he went off tackle, nobody around to lend a hand. 8:31 on the clock. Canes down 30-13, and South Fayette will attempt the extra point. Here is the extra point attempt. Kick is up and no good. And with the way the rain fell tonight, down 17 with 8:31. Now, would like to thank our sponsors, Sporting Goods, Washington Center Physical Therapy, Big Polly Sports Bar, Mary Turner's Day Spa, 26 Bar and Grill, Lombardo's Apothecary, Bill's Bake Shop, Butts, for their sponsor of high school football and community television in Newcastle. Gatherings, Joseph's Market, On Target Printing, we make you look good on paper, and Pokeberry Exchange as a beautiful room up here, and just a beautiful setting as we get ready with 8:31 to get the rest of this second half going. This fourth quarter, Canes looks like they'll fall to 4-2, and nothing to hang your head about. They played a decent game tonight against really what I consider a great South Fayette team. Last week, plagued by mistakes. And let's see what happens with the last 8:31 we got. Canes back to receive. Ball kicked and bounces into the end zone. That'll come out to the 20.
Actually, that ball goes out of bounds.
It snuck out.
I'm looking, and our camera angle, I believed it was going to bounce into the end zone, and it went out at the 1. Now, that's a great thing for the Canes as the ball comes out to the 35. 8:31 on the clock. And here come the Canes. Now the I formation, wing near side. Stone fumble. And you can't even, with the way the rain came down, that's the first really bobble between the center and the quarterback of the evening. 8:14 on a moving clock.
second half and give up a couple of touchdowns as well.
Now we're down to 8 minutes. And
By Giovanni Love as far as
7:57, and now 7:55, and a timeout called. And let's thank our sponsors. 26 Bar and Grill, Lombardo's Apothecary, Bill's Bake Shop, and Butts. Gatherings, Joseph's Market, On Target Printing, and Pokeberry, the Branding Iron, Chilhoa and Carney's, DiCaprio Cleaning, Daimio and Olson. Little Johnny's 2, Main Street, Clothiers and Tailors, Nino's 2 Tomatoes, Paul D. Weller, Tuscany Square, the William F. and Roger DiCarbo Funeral Home, Mr. Pizza, the Medicine Shop, and R&A Screening, proud sponsors of community television in Newcastle, NCTV45. We're available anytime on your time. And out come the Canes, who send one to the near side and 2-back set. There goes Marcus. And Marcus runs out to the 38-yard line.
Ringo later in the year in a non-conference matchup, and as we told you earlier, TJ beat the Mars 48-10, the final in that.
That Highlands Montour game is significant because Montour
Ball spotted at the 38. Kane send one near side, wing far side, low snap, and tripped out, and it's going to be 4th and 10 as the Canes lose the 3 yards they had. And 7:03 on the clock. And here comes the punt team. Bobbled. And I really don't know how that got out of there, as surrounded by everybody. Now, let's get back to, Joseph's, I promise I will be back and doing a cook in a castle, as I've taken a little break. Special thanks to the Branding Iron, Cedars, Chilhoa and Carney, DiCaprio, Daimio and Olson, Little Johnny's 2, Main Street Clothiers, Nino's 2 Tomatoes, Paul D. Weller, Tuscany Square, the William F. and Roger DiCarbo Funeral Home, Mr. Pizza, the Medicine Shop, and R&A Screening. Yes, I've taken in and heard about it with missing a few cooking and castles, and I promise we'll get back on track here very shortly, as the away games and football and everything is taking me away. I want to say special thanks and a hello to my friends down the street at the Newcastle News. Hopefully they are safe, warm, and dry at home, because it sure is raining down here. The National Weather Service said after 1 o'clock, but I guess that was for Newcastle and not for South Fayette. 6:36 on the clock, and hope you're enjoying this podcast and broadcast of Newcastle High School football on NCTV45, Newcastle's community television station. And 6:36 on the clock, 30-13 to score. And, the Canes shouldn't feel bad about too much here. They did a decent job. And You know, the offense not moving as well in the second half, but TJ having a lot of time of possession, or South Fayette having a lot of time of possession. 2 to the near side, straight ahead dive, and that's another 10-yard pickup and a first down for Giovanni Love and the South Fayette Lions. 30-13, Canes trail. And we're approaching the 6-minute mark, and be expecting a straight ahead dive. And there goes. Straight ahead. You got to give a lot of credit to the South Fayette line for the blocking that they're doing, because this isn't fancy, folks. This has been right up the guards and right up the center hole. You know, A gap on both sides, called the 2-hole and the 3-hole, and that's where the Giovanni Love has found most of his running. 5:30 on the clock, and there's a snap. Same play. It's become very easy to photograph because you could tell just where the ball's going. 5:25 as the chains move. And clock begins to run. 5:13 moving, and 2 near side, 1 far side. Look this to go straight ahead. And 4:59. Canes are going to have to, in order to make it look like the game it was right now, stiffen up a little bit. Face masking on Newcastle, 5-yard penalty, first down. And we're waiting. The ball's going to be placed on the 13-yard line. 1st and 10. 4:50 and moving. Now look for the ball to go straight ahead as we still have the same set. 2 near side, 1 far side. And that one back set with Giovanni Love getting the ball. And that takes it down inside the 10, down to the 7-yard line. 4:25 on the clock. And we want to give special thanks to Paul D. Weller, Nino's 2 Tomatoes, Main Street Clothiers, and Little Johnny's 2. Inside handoff, and that's going to be down to the 1-yard line. 3:49 on the clock. And 3:49. And you're looking at straight ahead running as 1 to each side, wing far side, straight ahead. And that's going to be stopped short. 3:26 on the clock. Look for the spot.
Well, it tells you what they do against us on the left versus some of the better teams in this conference. So
3 minutes on the clock.
Word from our statistician, over 300 yards on the ground.
Giovanni Love over 300 yards on the ground. Straight ahead dive and stopped at the 3-yard line. It's called the, well, they spot his forward progress at the 1. 2:40 on a moving clock. And 3rd and 1.
That was fair on first down. I didn't see by the stop.
2:28 and counting. 2-back set. And I thought I heard whistles. And they're going to mark him short as our camera angle shows him just short of the goal line. It's 4th down, 2:08. And now 2 minutes on the clock. 4th and 1. And here we're going to go with 1 to each side, 2-back set. And that's a score. With 1:40, the score comes, and that's 36-13. Out comes the field goal unit for South Fayette. Special thanks to all our sponsors. We hope you've enjoyed the game. Field goal up and through. With 1:40 in the 4th, it's 37-13. And Canes will travel to Knock next week and hope to get back on the winning side of things. You know, ball control and holding the ball has really defined the second half, as even though the turnovers were there, the inability for the Canes to get out of off of their side of the field really kind of hampered the scoring effort by the Canes. As 20 points put up by South Fayette in the second half, mostly in the 4th quarter. 1:40, and there's the kick, and the ball rolls down around and comes out and stopped at the 40. I didn't. The forward progress was above it, and then he ran backwards. He actually would have been good. Hit the deck at the 43 or 44. 1:29 on the clock, 89 seconds. Special thanks to all our sponsors, and thanks to you for making community television in Newcastle possible with all your time donations. And, you know, feel free to use that donate button and keep community television on in the greatest castle in the world. Now, here we are to the near side, to the far side, and that's a run to the line of scrimmage, and 1:18 on a moving clock.
As we come up with about a minute to go, alert our station.
As we're down to the 1 minute mark, and 2nd and 10. Under a minute as we watch things tick down. Special thanks to all our sponsors. who make it all possible.
Time the ball will be handed off.
And ball handed off, and that gets no gain. We are under the 30-minute mark, and that looks like it's going to do it, as clock's going to get wound now, and 37-13. And that's going to be it. Thanks for tuning in to NCTV45. And that's going to do it here with the final score. South Fayette 37 and Newcastle 13. Thanks to all who tuned in along the NCTV45 airways. And we bid you a pleasant, safe good evening from South Fayette. The final score 37-13. Canes drop. This is NCTV45. Have a great evening.